Okay. Alright, we got everything going. Let's make a short video on Guardian Ape. Mostly for Phase 2, because Phase 1 is pretty cut and dry. This is UDB, new game. Not new game plus 7, because piss on that. I don't have a fucking hour to do that. Anyway. Okay, Guardian Ape. No Deflect. New game. I'm going to do ye old loop of that everybody knows and loves. Do any buffs that you're going to do before passing this tree. As soon as you pass this tree, it's game on. I do not buff. I personally don't really see why. Phase 1 is basically free unless you fuck it up, so. And then I don't buff in Phase 2 either. Again, it's just the... There's been numerous times where I buff and I can't even use it because of shitty RNG. Anyway, like I said, let's just fucking do this. So Phase 1 is pretty cut and dry. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Everybody tolerates it. Run. Jump. Mortal draw. Stagger loop. I stay near his head just because his head takes extra vitality and posture damage. It's a bit more risky, but it is faster. So, honestly, you can hit him anywhere. And it'll keep him in the stagger loop. I just like doing the headshots. Plus, it looks cooler if you can do all the dead aiming stuff. And as we all know, looking cool is 95% of hitless running. All right. Phase 1. Yeah. Put in the bin, motherfucker. Okay, so that's Phase 1. So the first thing to note about Phase 2 is that 90%, not just 90% of the time, he will start off with a scream. 90% of the time. Sometimes he'll just do whatever the fuck he wants to. He can technically do anything as the first attack, but oftentimes he will do the scream as the first attack. You can do the scream cancel with a jump mortal draw. I do not know how to do that. It requires getting a hit before the scream and then using jump mortal draw. I've had that fail on me several times, and so if a strat proves not consistent, I stop doing it. Even if it's my fuck up, and more than likely it is just me fucking up, but still. So now comes the fun part. Oh, and also forgive me, I have not played Sekiro in like 3 months, so. Especially at UDB, Phase 2 is a pain. And sword only. But if you allow mortal draw, never do the follow-up, by the way. A jump mortal draw, even without spirit emblems, is going to do more damage than your sword will. Always. He's going to do that. Then you can pretty much just walk over here and you're fine. If you dash through the first one, when he does the scream, the important thing to remember, and this is just a very basic beginner's guide, you might know this. The scream has a much bigger hitbox in front of him than it does behind him. So if you are close to his body, it is safer to run behind him, as long as there's space, than it is to run away from him in front of him. Granted, if you make the decision to run away from him in front of him, just keep running. Don't stop. Don't try to change position. Don't try anything. Just keep running. The attack where he does the 4 thrusts across the ground, if you dash to the right through the attack, you can and just keep running for a little bit, you're completely safe. You can get behind him and then he will not do anything to you, as I've shown a couple of times, but he'll do it more, trust me. Run behind him. Yeah, see, I can get pretty fucking close to him without getting hit by that. That attack there can hit you, just so you know. That was extremely lucky. That should not have happened. Oh, balls. See? I even got stuck on him there, and I just decided to continue trying to run behind him, and I'm safe. Dash this way, keep running, now I'm safe. One, two, three. I'm running because I want to get the thrust attack in. And there, if I had done the follow-up, I probably would have been hit. Whiff. If Guardian Ape is running at you, he has an attack in mind. Just let him get to you. I would pretty much almost always recommend using thrust attacks against Ape, especially in Phase 2. It's just, it does more damage overall, and it'll stagger him a lot faster. And you probably won't have time for a second attack most of the times, so just get into the habit. I would recommend getting into the habit of using stab attacks. And otherwise, like his big, when he does that one, the 2 slash, then like turns around and comes back with 3 more, just dodge iframe through the first one and just keep running away. And try not to run into any trees. There's fancier strats where you just run behind him and all that stuff, but you know what? That's called fancy. And we don't do that shit here. This attack. 1, 2, 3. Pop. Just play it safe. Because Ape does have attacks. Ooh, and that one. He can turn on. So that attack, he turned to face where I was. So if you run too far to the side, like I did there, he will turn and face you and you will get hit. So try not to run too far away. Be mindful of your positioning at all times. Also, another thing, with no deflect, get used to their combos. They do not stop their combos until the combo is done. Or unless they want to. If you get behind them enough, they might stop their combo. If you don't get behind them enough, they will not stop their combo. So just always be ready for a combo. Just always be ready for it. There might be one more attack and you just don't know about it because you haven't seen it because of deflecting and whatnot, but there's almost always more attacks. If you do get a stagger on him with a jump MD, you can do a follow-up. Like right now I won't, so don't do a follow-up. He also has a quick scream, which, similarly to the other scream, just get the hell away from it as fast as you can. That's literally the only advice there. And also be wary, he can turn while doing that, so... Anytime that you have to jump is a great time for a mortal draw. Really, the hardest part about Ape is literally just figuring out what his opening attack is going to be. Otherwise, this fight is not all that bad. You just have to get used to it. Also, get used to him screaming 8 million times, because he just absolutely fucking loves screaming. That was risky, I should not have done that, but... I figured it'd be okay. He's gonna do that, and run, now we're safe, and you can just walk. And that. That's Guardian Ape in a nutshell. I mean, not a super hard fight. It is definitely, in the Shura run, it is definitely the hardest fight to do no deflect, in my opinion. Some people say that Ape no deflect is easier than with deflects, and I completely disagree with that. I think that Ape no deflect is way harder, but... And like I said, in a Shura run, Ape without deflecting is going to be the hardest boss. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else that I've forgotten. For the most part, his attacks are very well telegraphed. Like I said, the big one is if he is running towards you, at any time, if he is running towards you, he has an attack in mind, and he is... That just close the gap with him and figure out what attack it is. And then deal with it. And if you are not certain, do not attack. If you think, oh, maybe I should attack, don't. Just wait. It is way safer to wait than it is to do an attack. Because he can just sit there and idle for a few seconds and then just all of a sudden start attacking out of nowhere, and then you just get hit. So Trying to think of anything else. Like I said, I haven't played Sekiro in like 3 months, so I'm a little bit rusty with knowledge and random shit that can just happen. Like I said, just be mindful. Like all things, with no deflect, the biggest thing is do not lock on. You get more iframes that way for your dashing when you dash forwards. And then the other one is always keep in position, or always keep in mind your position within the arena. Those are the two most important things about no deflect. If you're starting to get into a bad position, reposition as soon as you can. Yeah. Hopefully this was helpful. I don't know. Hopefully this was helpful. If it wasn't, feel free to ask questions. I will do my best to answer them. I guess bye.